Now, Miss O'Keefe, the flowers in your paintings, what do they represent?
Oh, wow, that's a really good question.
What's up, everybody? I'm Trainer Zenjamin, and welcome to the Pokédex review, covering every evolution line in the National Pokédex. Today, we're looking at the bivalve Pokemon Shelder and its evolved form, Cloister. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Cloister definitely does not look like anything suggestive.
But if it did, the important part would be right here, fellas. That's where
Shelder's design takes after sea scallops, which come in many colors, including purple, as well as the orange and blue seen in the shiny forms. The evolution from Shelder to Cloister requires a water stone, and speaking of evolution items, Shelder actually is one in the Pokemon anime, where Slowpoke can only become Slowbro if a Shelder bites its tail. As the Shelder sucks on Slowbro's tail more and more, its body adapts into the silver spiral we see here. Shelder's usual form is featured in the Bridge Bike Gang episode, where Ash and friends transport medicine to a very sick Shelder. I mean, look at it, it's sick as fuck. On the way, they're stopped by a motorcycle gang whose leader uses a Cloister, which battles impressively well. Still, traditional storytelling dictates the good guys have to save the sick animal, so that happens. It's more up to you in the video games, where the Shelder line is available for gym challenges in every region except Hoenn, which has its own oyster Pokemon, Clamperl. The real question is it worth waiting for the fishing rod, fishing up a Shelder, and finding a water stone, all for Cloister? The answer is yes in Kanto, Johto, Sinnoh, and Unova, where Cloister can defeat not only Dragon-type bosses like Lance, Claire, Iris, and Cynthia's Garchomp, but also Ground-type bosses like Giovanni, Bertha, Clay, and Cynthia's Garchomp. None of these bosses would last very long inside Cloister, against Cloister. Anyway, the remaining regions cut back on the dragon bosses, making Cloister unnecessary for their gym challenges. In competitive battle, Cloister is a monstrous defensive wall, with its signature move Icicle Spear launching frozen spikes 2 to 5 times per turn. Usually this 2 to 5 would be a gamble, but the Skill Link ability ensures it hits 5 times every time, making Cloister a terrifying competitive threat. From impressive battles to classic anime episodes, the Shelder line has a lot to offer, but the games require both a fishing rod and a water stone to fully evolve it, which ultimately holds it back from being a Poke celebrity. I hope the future brings us a new Shelder form that's easier to evolve, but for now, let's talk about conspiracies. Some people say that when Cloisters die, they become Ghastlies. But we'll talk about that next week. Until then, take it slow, bro.
I'm on a master quest. I want the whole world to see. I'm gonna be the very best, 'cause all I've got to do